It is a cool and chilly day here in Portsmouth, Ohio. We are at Greenlawn Cemetery here in Portsmouth, and I can already tell you this is an absolutely beautiful place. This is my first time here, but we are here to visit the grandparents of Mr. Leonard Sly. Now, who is Leonard Sly? Unless you're a super fan, you probably don't know. Leonard Sly is the man who would go on to become one of the most famous cowboys ever, Roy Rogers. And you know, here in my area, we don't always have the famous people here, so sometimes you find their family, and we are here to find the grave, like I said, in Greenlawn Cemetery here in Portsmouth. This is my first time here. Very beautiful. Not exactly sure where this grave is, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to find it, but I'm glad you're here with me. We'll take a look at some of the sites here at Greenlawn Cemetery, and on a personal note, we just passed 24,000 subscribers. I greatly and truly appreciate the little community that we have. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and join us. We would love to have you on our journeys. Now let's go try to find the grandparents of Roy Rogers on this cold but beautiful, crisp winter day. Now I'm going to go ahead and apologize. There's some sirens in the background. We're not too far from the hospital here, but I just want you all to look. This is an absolutely beautiful place, and again, we're probably going to be dealing with some wind here today, and I apologize for that. I will do my best on the back end of things to take that out. Like I said, beautiful place. I don't know how far we are going to have to go to find the stone and the final resting place of Mr. and Mrs. Sly, but on the way there, we'll show you some of the markers and some of the graves. Just a beautiful place already, and I'm so glad to be able to make the trip here. This is still an active cemetery, so you're going to have newer graves, and I can tell there's an older section up here that is just going to be very historic, and I hope to take a look at that here before we leave. And you can see here, I'm going to show you some of the stones. This is definitely, there's some new mixed in with old in this particular section. You can see over here definitely some older stones, and that one's been broken. You see that a lot in Ohio. We're in southern Ohio, just north of where I live, and you know, I don't think that people realize just how brutal the winters can be here, and you know, that takes its toll on these stones as well. So we'll just go for a little walk. The grounds here are beautiful, very, very beautiful area, and just really right in town, the town of Portsmouth, Ohio. But we are on the search for Mr. and Mrs. Sly, the grandparents of Roy Rogers. I do want to go ahead and take a little walk up this way, and I do have my eye out. This is a pretty big cemetery, so I don't have any. I found what I thought was an accurate GPS to their grave, and that proved not to be too accurate after all. So that's going to take a little bit of searching here, but the grave is well marked, and it looks like that most of the graves here are very well marked. I saw this back there, and you can see some sort of, I would say some sort of family plot right here. But in addition to the history, I love the architecture, especially the architecture of, you know, things like this that you really just don't see anymore. And this marker over here really caught my eye. I want to come and take a look at that real quick. Looks like there was once a statue that maybe lost its head there. Looks like Anna, born June 19th, 1843, and died in 1865. There's some other deaths. John Wesley, 1854. Yeah, this is an old part of the cemetery, and there are some old graves here. Just the landscape out through there. I find this so beautiful. Okay, just walking again through the cemetery here in Greenlawn in Portsmouth. I want to go ahead and stand corrected. The GPS that I found was pretty close. I just happened to miss it, and I'm very thankful to be able to find this pretty quick. It's a cold day, but here it is. Alonzo L. Sly and Mary R. Sly. Alonzo was born January 6th, 1855, passed away November 4th, 1943. Mary R. was born August 21st, 1857, passed away December 2nd, 1932. And you can see right below there, grandparents of Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys. And we really weren't too far from where I was showing you. I was in the same section, so let's go ahead and turn around here and see what is on the back of the marker. Erected May 1982 by Bank One, W. Pay Martings and Keller Monument Company for Scioto County citizens out of respect for our famous native son. Very nice. Once again, the grave of Alonzo and Mary Sly, the grandparents of Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys. And what a lot of people don't know is that Roy Rogers does have ties back to this area, Scioto County. He was raised here, basically. I think he was born in Cincinnati, and I've heard of him, read of him saying in later years, talking about his birth, that he was actually born right around where Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati used to be, where the Cincinnati Reds used to play their ball games. And he said he was born somewhere around second base, I think. He said he was either born there or lived there, somewhere around second base. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, he was born in Cincinnati, but he actually came back here with his family to Scioto County. And right up the road here in Lucasville, I think is where he was raised. But, you know, a lot of people hear about the bright lights of Hollywood and things like that. And obviously he did get involved in that. But he went to California originally for work. And when the work dried up, someone, I believe I read that someone had encouraged him to audition, and he did. And, you know, that's kind of the rest is history. But so glad to be able to find this unique little piece of history here, not too far from home. I'm probably a little over an hour away, but so glad to be able to be here in Greenlawn Cemetery today. If you like this type of content, I do all cemetery related content. Please subscribe and join us. I'm also going to have links in the description to my website. From there you can find my Facebook page, my Instagram page, all of that. Once again, thank you for joining me, and from Greenlawn Cemetery in Portsmouth, Ohio, I will see you again soon.